the thruster thing, you know?
Yeah.
About how difficult it is for a pilot to go down, pulling, or
I still go in the wrong direction in this game.
Yeah, you know,
I was really proud of you in your last game. You didn't vary it very often.
In the main server, Echo server, there is a section of suggestions.
We'll get started
there
now,
is
guys.
a kind of format to make suggestions to the developers.
They're catching up.
Yeah.
So probably we can work something out to make
Could
that
everyone come to both sides,
I will try
please?
to.
Yo guys, bow tie.
I will let you know. I will let you know.
Thank you.
Cool.
Easy.
We're such children, but it's fun.
Right.
No.
First of all, thanks everyone for coming. You lucky few. When I first put the listing on, it booked out within 5 minutes. So those of you who got in there and on that first date, well done. Thanks for coming. Those of you I had on reserve and came along to fill the gap, thank you as well. We have still got one gap. I've sent the invite to everyone on the list, and if they come a little bit later, that's fine. But we can't wait forever, so we're going to get started. Anyone who doesn't know Burnzy or hasn't met Burnzy yet, he's co-coaching with me tonight. I'm not going to lie, this guy's got 10 times the knowledge and 50 times the ability that I have. So I'll let him. What we'll do, we've got a few drills we're going to try. I'll kind of explain the broad brush strokes, and then Burnzy can step in and explain some of the finer details and some of the meta. And then we'll coach you through a couple of these drills. Cool. So what we'll do, we'll get started with a basic shooting thing. As we've only got one disc or 7 of you guys, there might not be too much time on the disc each for this particular drill. It's more about us kind of explaining what you want to do to score more goals and how to do it, and then hopefully everyone gets 2 or 3 goes. This way, we're going this way, cool. Everyone follow Burnzy.
Go back up.
Alright. Go right ahead.
Coming back, Sue.
Right then, I'll briefly explain what we're doing, and then we'll get you all doing it. So, priority 1 is in your shooting is your accuracy. At very basic beginner level, accuracy means hitting the goal. More kind of medium, intermediate to higher level, it means hitting an area of the goal that the goalie's going to find difficult to reach. So the areas we're talking about specifically are the pockets. So we have this little pocket here, this little pocket here, this little pocket here, and this little pocket here. These are naturally harder for the goalie to catch because, especially if they haven't got the greatest wingspan, they have to move much further to reach these areas, so they're less likely to get there in time, especially if it's a close range shot. A lot of goalies, when they're defending, you'll see them kind of doing this with the hands, so they're going to block anything near them half the time, or it might bounce off their head. Going for the extremities of the goal just reduces their chances of being able to catch it. So that's phase 1, kind of rule number 1, aim for the corners. The second rule, compared to many other sports, a big part of the game is misdirection. You'll see this in football or soccer for American players. When you see a player stepping up to take a penalty, they'll look left and shoot right to put the goalie off. You'll see this in basketball. You'll see it's a bit like LeBron James kind of making his no-look pass, his no-look assist, or look one way, pass the other way. Completely throws players off, and it's no different in Echo. If I'm running up to Burnzy and looking to shoot, I'm probably going to look left and then put it right. He's going to assume I'm shooting where I'm looking, because at low and middle, like intermediate levels, that's what everybody does. So that works not just for when you're right in front of the goal. Thanks, Stu. It can also work when you're coming in from an angle. Goalies will be expecting either a face-on shot or maybe a shot off the backboard. So here, I can maybe look for the backboard shot and then shoot at goal. Or I could look right at the goalie, look at the far corner, and maybe shoot in off the backboard. So again, you're trying to trick the goalie into thinking you're shooting somewhere and then actually shooting somewhere else. I'll hand over to Burnzy.
On all levels. So like, for you guys that don't know, I'm on a master tier team in America, and this works on the best goalies in the world. Like, I score on them sometimes, you know. They're good, okay, you know. But this works really, really well. Like, a good example would be, you know, watch what I do here. So if I'm coming in, right, there's a goalie. I look top pocket, I'm going like I'm gonna shoot top, right? Straight down. It went in. I heard it. It went in. But you know, it's just misdirection. Looking somewhere, acting like you're gonna shoot there, and then go somewhere else. So like, look here, shot over there. You know.
I think the best way we can practice this is if we can get everyone on orange team kind of lined up on Nugget that side, everyone on blue team lined up on Nugget this side. We'll have Burnzy playing as goalie, and I'll kind of sit back to retrieve.
Clear. I am not a goalie. Right?
And I'll sit back
He's
here
definitely
to
a goalie,
retrieve
so feel
any
really
lost
good if you
discs.
score.
If we start with orange team, so Valantos will be going first. After your shot, come and join the back of the line behind City, and then we'll have it. Then it'll be Blue's next turn next, okay?
Okay.
So, have a go.
Sorry.
Nice. I'll grab that.
Thank you, Barry.
Coming over to you there, DCB. Smart. Nice.
Oh, I'm grabbing the ball. That's why I was confused. I was like,
We're good. Who is next in orange
Let's
line?
get recovery for the one
you ready?
who's shooting.
Smart. Good.
It's yours.
Try and get everyone a couple of shots.
oh no.
Oh no, Dylan's got that ping advantage.
I was gonna say, I'm like, this. I'm like, does anybody else see this?
Yeah, no, you're okay.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, what the goalie's trying to do, so like,
Yeah.
even if you're looking there, right, and your arm is going to that one pocket, that goalie can easily save that. So, you know, remember to aim, like, you know.
Nice.
Remember,
Self goal.
like, you know, if you're looking here, right, make sure you're actually trying to, like, go to shoot there, and then change direction. It's a little advanced to be able to go, like, you know, that, like, where you're aiming there, and then you all of a sudden switch.
Nice.
DCB again.
Good boy.
Smart. Again, just make sure you're aiming for those
Try not to
little
Not to
pockets.
throw right.
Yeah. My like that?
Well, I stay there.
Who was it I heard saying that they're recording the session?
It's yours.
Oh, two of you are. Brilliant. Is there any chance I could maybe
You're
get
right,
the
you're right.
footage from you somehow after? Fantastic. Thanks, Nolan. You're a star.
Good. That was beautiful.
Very good. Sue, how many shots have you had now?
1.
Okay. Valantos?
2.
So, okay, so after Sue's next go, we'll move on to that next drill because everyone's had a couple of goes. Again, this is something you can practice on your own, even in a private lobby on your own. Just get in the habit of just looking one way, shooting the other. This is just a quick introduction to it, but this is something you can carry on in your own time with. Smart. Nice.
Yeah, mine.
Okay, so for the next drill, again, orange team, could I have you guys lining up here on Ghost, same on blue team over there. So we're just going to move this up a level now. It's not very often, at least in the games I've played in, where you're going to see someone who's able to float into the bubble from all the way here and shoot without pressure. For that reason, quite often, most of the goals my team score, and I'm not sure about Burnzy because he's another level, but for me, most of the goals we score are the result of a cut pass. So this is something I drill like hell on my team. So the concept of the cut pass is one player's moving in from one angle, the other player's moving in from the other angle to try and bait out the goalie or play around the defense.
This works best if you're anchored. Like anchored on something, like you see how I'm anchored right now? This works best if you're like this, because, you know, if you're floating in, right? And I say, hey, cut. When I get rushed, I have to try to like sneak it right there and not hit the shield while pressured. So I have to like, you know, try to sneak it through that. It's a harder pass to do. So like if you stay anchored, right, and you can just, you come here, you say, hey, cut in, right? Then I have like much more mobility, you know?
Absolutely. brilliant. Yeah, so another thing we're trying to bring in on the EU team, obviously we're a new team anyway, but one of the things we're trying to push for communication-wise is that the player on the disc makes the calls. So if, for example, if I'm over here, I think, oh, this might be a really good pass, I'm in a good spot here. Actually, Burnzy might only have, he might hit that shield, Burnzy wouldn't, but another player might hit the shield or miss the pass. The person who's best positioned to know where the strikers should be positioned is the person on the disc, because they can see the lanes they've got and they can see where the gaps are. So we try to communicate the way we try to communicate is the player on the disc makes the calls. So if we're going for a cut pass, Burnzy would probably shout across to me, cut in, and maybe tell me where. So you might want me to cut in low. Okay.
I just waited. I don't know why, but you know.
But that's the idea. So the person on the disc will be making that call.
Fast. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also there's a little bit of a trick to where you're throwing it in relation to the player on the disc. So for example, if Burnzy's cutting in from this side, I kind of want to aim slightly behind him. So as he grabs the disc, he's already in that kind of wound up position for the shot.
So I'm right-handed, right? So like he throws it, right, and I catch it. Max speed.
Yeah. Whereas if I throw it too far in front of him, he'll be grabbing the disc like this, and he's going to have to wind up and shoot separately, and that's time that you might not have.
Change hands. So, you know, do that. And that's a whole another half a second, quarter of a second, and that's a long time.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the way we're going to run this drill, players on this side of the field are going to be cutting in for now, because I'm assuming most of you are probably right-handed, so it's a little bit more natural to be passing from this side. So we'll line up, queue up. So Becca will be making that first pass. Once Becca's passed it in to Nolan on the other side, Nolan will be shooting, and then you guys are going to join the back of the queue on the opposite side. So Nolan, you'll be catching the disc, shooting, and then joining the back of the passing queue. And then again, I'll catch a disc. Burnzy will play goalie. Another thing, just to point out before I pass over to Burnzy, most average goalies and up will be anticipating this cut pass. So if you're passing too close to the goalie, they will be getting that before your teammate will. So you're going to want to make that pass pretty early, probably as they're just about to enter the bubble or just entering the bubble. So around here is kind of the perfect place for you to be pinging that pass in. If you're waiting for me to get here, the goalie's going to get the disc first.
Right.
So you want to be passing nice and early.
So the goalie, right, you'll have the block right here. Most people play block goalie in lower levels sometimes. Like, I can literally just go, done, and then I have the disc, and I can clear it that way or whatever. One thing I do want to mention is, like, you know, say you have the disc, right, and I'm down here, and you don't really see me, maybe. I can say I'm cutting in, and then you can look for me, so I'm cutting in from here, right? Then you would hit me right now, you would throw it right in, and then I can get it and throw it. You can call in that you're cutting in no matter what. Like, I'm constantly saying it, whether they're going to pass it to me or not, I don't know. But, like, I'm letting them know, because now they know they have a pass option. Like, I'll be cutting in, I'm cutting in from low, cutting in from high, cutting in from mid, left, right, you know.
The extension of that, and so, again, that's brilliant. Like, we're the same on our team. If we're cutting in, we're going to shout it. But we are trying to kind of push the player on the disc to make that choice as well. So, for example, if you're on this side, maybe we've got a player down on boot and another player up on shoulder. You're the best position there to see who's covered and who's in the best position. So you can then shout to me, say Burnzy's up there and I'm here, you can go, Keida, cut in. I know what to expect. Then Burnzy might be able to get into a position to retrieve the disc in case we miss. Whereas if you're just cutting in and not communicating that, we might both go for the disc. Then we're all bundled up and out of position. So that's why we try and coach the player on the disc to make those calls. But as Burnzy says, 100%, if you know you're in a good spot and maybe the person on the disc hasn't seen you, you can scream for that disc and get their attention.
I'm going to show you something that, this is my, like, this is what I do. This is my play. I love doing it. So, like, let's say you have to, here, give the disc to him real quick. Right? So, let's say, right, you throw the disc to me and the left.
Sorry. Sorry, I'll put the mouse, sorry.
Right, so let's say you throw the disc to me, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so then Barry, you notice I have the disc, right? And the goalie turn around, nobody's looking. Barry, yeah, I see. Okay. So now you're gonna cut in, right? You start cutting in, and you're gonna say, I'm cutting, and then I can push up, act like I'm taking a shot. And then right there, now the goalie has to go from looking here for a shot to turning around and trying to make a lucky save, you know? That is my, like, favorite thing to do, is I'll be down here somewhere, they'll pass to me right when you would pass it to me, like that, then you would start cutting in. Right? And so then I can go.
Another one of the most powerful things about this move is kind of it's not abusing the kind of limitations of the quest, but you're using it to your advantage in that they don't have the best field of the view. So goalie might be here watching you cutting in, they physically can't see anyone else is doing on this side unless they move their head and look. 9 times out of 10 they're going to be watching the player on the disc. So that cut across, they're not going to see necessarily the players there. So you're making that goalie move and their head's turning, and then you're blinding them basically from side to side with that really quick cross movement. So yeah, that's the last thing I'll say on it. So yeah, I guess let's get started. Again, I'll sit behind and retrieve the disc and pass it to the next player to go. One more thing, sorry,
really
before we start.
I'm not really going to be trying to save your shots. I'm really just going to be looking for the intercept kind of thing. Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to say, actually, sorry, I'm waffling on a bit here now. But combine this with what we taught you in drill 1. Not right now, I want everyone to be cutting, but you can combine this in a real match situation where maybe you can fake look at the cut and then shoot, or fake look at the shot and then cut, so you can combine everything we've taught you already.
What I suggest with that, right? What I suggest with that is go, wait, no, give me this. Right, so what you can do is you come in, and then right here, whenever you're pretty close, he's not rushing you, you can...
Yeah.
On that goalie. Another one is whenever... With that no look kind of thing, right? Go to post, go to post, go to post, go, 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 go.
Oh, yeah.
Go back.
So, like, say I'm cutting in, right? And you throw it to me. What I'm gonna do is...
Bad pass. I'm not warmed up. Sorry, yeah. Let's start again.
What I'm gonna do, okay, is he just passed it, I just got it. I'm gonna look at a different pocket. Like, this is all in a split second mindset. Don't hesitate. That's the big thing. Don't hesitate. So you get that pass.
So I'm passing to you, yeah.
I'm gonna look at that pocket, bottom pocket, or top pocket. Don't shoot that pocket if you're coming from this side, because the goalie's more likely than not going to be on this side of the goal. So like that's kind of an easier save. That's why you look there, throw low or high.
Spot on. Let's give it a go then. Becca, you're up first there. Again, I'll chase the disc so you guys can just stay in your queues.
Nolan?
Too close to goalie. Okay, so Becca, if you go to the back of the shooting line, and Nolan, you come to the back of the passing line now. Nolan? You want to come to the back of that line now. So once you've had a shot, you swap over, yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Way too far behind.
You're good.
I got a disc. I'll get a disc. You're good. Yeah, that's it.
Are we switching?
Okay. Yeah, once you've had a shot, switch to the other line. That's it. Nice. There we go. I'll get a disc.
Thank you.
Oh, Barry.
I'm sorry.
Tough luck. Close.
So, do you guys see what happened? What was wrong there? Wait. No.
That was too close.
I was
you
trying
guys noticed, right?
to be...
So, whenever he got the disc, right? Because the pass was in front of him, he was right here. So there's one place he can shoot, and that is right there. So I literally just have to put my hands like this, and he just put it in my hand for me. Because like you shoot, you have to get really you have to try to swing low on that shot, and that's a really hard thing to do when you're fresh. So that's why it's important to throw it a little earlier, so they can catch it here, and now you have time to mess with that goalie. Look high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nolan?
That's right, I got this. Okay.
Make sure you're calling out, like if you're cutting in, make sure you call that out. Or if you have the disc, make sure you tell them to cut in so that they know.
I got. Oh, I don't got. I misread the button.
No ticket. Get back on the line.
Hi, DCB. Oh, a little too far forward this time.
It's all about.
I forgot who's next.
The person with the disc is playing.
Bad pass.
And what I mean by that is, when that person is cutting in, you're watching them, waiting for them to get to the right spot, and then passing.
Okay, who's back?
If you pass first, and you're expecting them to get in position, it's a lot of pressure on them to be able to try to reach that disc and make a play. That's how you're waiting for them to get in position, and then go. So usually the person that's cutting is going to start first, and then you go, because you're slower, they can get a little closer, and then you can make that pass, you know what I mean?
Okay. So, is it Becca?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Try to stay out of that post whenever you make that cut.
Okay.
Because if you make it from that inner side, it's much harder to make that pass accurate.
Okay.
Okay. Oops. Sorry, that was my bad.
Whoops, I made him hit something. That was so close. That was a good pass. It was just slightly off. What they could have done is they could have fake shot and then gone this underhand.
Nolan?
That was good. No, that was a good shot. They just missed. That was good. Good pass. You noticed that he was a little further, so you threw it.
Sorry.
You got it. You made that shot. That was a good pass and shot.
Tasha?
That was just on there. Good look. Just missed him.
Just not on the...
Okay, cut in.
That was close.
I should stun him. We'll do a couple more, so everyone should get one more pass and one more shot. Okay?
Okay.
Nice! Yay, Becca! And I want to go with one of you just to show you kind of like, you know, how fast the cut pass can be and where it can be placed.
Good.
Nice.
I don't want to talk about it.
That was a slap, isn't it?
Okay. Go on. There we go.
Yay! Nice one.
That right there is as close to perfect as you can get on a cup.
Woohoo! Cool.
Good job, Natasha.
Good job, Vonta.
You too.
Nice.
That right there, you guys see that? How she pumped fake high, and then notice how I went for it up. She threw it low. Or he. I didn't really see who shot that. I'm sorry.
She. It's good, but I don't mind. Whatever.
I didn't see who it was. I just saw.
No, you gotta make sure they know when we're in here, Sue.
Okay. Okay. Natasha.
Nolan?
Oh, ping there.
Okay,
I hope you recorded that one.
Ping abuse.
Oh my god.
It's okay, we still have
Mary plays goalie.
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, DCB. Oh, that was a horrible throw. That was my right hand side.
Yeah.
Am I right in
it
thinking
was a
that
good
since I
goalie.
said it, everyone has now had one more shot and one more pass?
Right, cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Here, switch sides with me. Go over there.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, so... No, go.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna show you a cut,
Hang
how I
on.
cut pass.
Guys, could you get
Now,
out there? 'Cause
okay.
I can't hear. Thanks. Sorry. Yeah. I'm
You're
back.
welcome, no problem. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do, alright? So, you don't tell me when you're gonna cut in, you just go.
Oh, it's too
So you see,
Wow.
that is fast, because the goalie, you know, he's looking at you, and then all of a sudden you have such a fast pass right to that hand. So whenever you're cutting in, try to have your auto grab on.
Okay.
Because like, if you had your auto grab on, it would have been right in your hand.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, will I go again?
Yep.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just hit me head. Okay, I'm stunned.
Now you gotta practice headbutting it into the goal.
I need to header it in now.
Cool.
Go Suri.
Right. So our next thing we're going to do is all about getting yourself anchored. And this is something we teach in the beginner class, saying if you want to receive a pass, you have to be anchored so that you can throw off to catch the pass.
I can
The most
stress
important-
that enough, by the way. Being anchored, that is big, very big.
Yeah, spot on. So yeah, we stress this in the beginner training when you're off the disc, saying get anchored so you're ready to receive a pass. Actually, what we need to start stressing now is being on the disc. If you can position yourself into the mind of a defender, what's easier to tackle? So if Burnzy's defending me, if I'm floating towards him and trying to juke him, that's a really easy stun, really easy tackle. If Burnzy's on shield and he's trying to defend his bubble, and I'm going to try my best to juke him and try and get past by floating through. I'm pretty sure he's... Yeah, all day he's going to get me. The problem with that is floating players sacrifice their mobility. They can't change direction, they can't get around a defender. So when you're on the disc, you want to be anchored as much as possible. If you are floating, it's because you're trying to get to a very close nearby anchor point. But again, I'd still rather you passed it around. So an option you could come down to Nugget, and then if he presses me...
You got there first, right? I can't get there as fast. So that means right when I grab this, he can move, or he can pass. And now I'm out of position, right? Because now I gave up this shield. I gave up an open lane, potentially.
And if you, and I'm sure some of you watched our Team Tyro EU's first game, we were really bad at this. We spent a lot of time floating on that disc, okay? And the pattern you see is it actually affects our entire game. Our passing completely went to shit in that game, and the sole reason is because we weren't anchored, so we were getting pressured, and every pass was a panicky last second. I've got to pass a disc because I'm about to get tackled. Yes, Burnzy.
So we're on a great spot to go into positioning. Can I go into positioning?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a 2-in-1, so anchoring and positioning. Alright, so let's say he has the disc here, right? I'll just take this again. Okay, so if I'm right here and I have the disc, right? There's a few spots that you should be in order to receive a good pass and be in a position to make a cut pass or score. Right, so I'm going to use you three because you guys are blue. So what you guys are going to do is, that's a good spot. Now what you want to do is, now that we have one person on the right, somewhere on the left, I suggest going low. Because now we have one high, we have one low. Now, you, DCB, you can go Pac-Man, you can go down right, like on the floor or something, or you could have gone to the backboard, or somewhere around there, because now, look, so if I make this pass to you, right, and you get that pass, now I can cut in, right, and now you have a cut pass, and I'm here, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But now, if I pass to you, now you're the cut. And you, what you can do is you can move in. If you notice that I'm not going to pass to you, usually I'll call out who I'm passing to, right? That's when you can move in. Right, so let's say, hey, I'm passing to, I can't see your name on my quest.
Nolan.
That guy, Nolan, yeah. So let's say Nolan coming to you. Right when you hear that, I would suggest going low on the floor under the goal. Right? The pass goes to Nolan. And now you're moving, right? That's where the staying anchor. Wait for the pass, and it was probably just a bad pass. But yeah. The pass comes to you, right? So now, where'd they go? So now you have a pass right down there. You have a pass up high, cutting in, or you can go to 12, either one. You have to communicate that you're going there and that you're cutting in that situation.
Okay.
So you come in, I see 12, you would be cutting in. Fast
Cutting.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
The point of positioning is getting yourself ready for a pass. Getting in a position to where you can pass it to your teammates easily, to where you're not clumped up, but you're not really spread far apart. Like, staying close, but not too close. Like, this is perfect. Because I have 3 great pass options. Or, you know, if they're hard covering you guys, like you have a guy on you, you have a guy on you, you have a guy on you, I can go.
You're free.
Right, and if that person leaves, pass.
Perfect.
Same with that. You see how that positioning works? It spreads out the defense, and it gets available cutouts.
Spot on. Just to add into that, so again, talking about the being anchored on the disc, you have kind of the 2 main advantages you'll get by being anchored is 1, you're actually less likely to be pressured in the first place. If a defender sees a player floating in space, they're probably going to pressure that player because you know the player's going to panic and maybe mess up a pass, or it's going to be an easy steal. Okay. Right. The other advantage, 1, you're less likely to be pressured, like I said, so you have more time for the team in front of you to get these positions. You can buy an extra second for them to get spread out and move their defense. The second advantage is when you do get pressured, you're not in a panicky state. You can go one way, go the other, then you've opened up a line for one of these passes and you've drawn out a defender. So now you have the numbers advantage going in. If I was floating, I couldn't have done any of that. I would have been panicked, pressured, you know, and it's just nothing I can do but throw the disc because I'm stuck in space. So depending on your positioning, so where I'm here on Bowtie, if you're playing quite central, you can use this, maybe go to Nugget. If you're playing wide out on the wing and you've got the disc, and maybe you're waiting for your team to catch up to you, one of the things I see a lot, especially newer players do, they see their team's a bit behind, so they go, I'm just going to have to go for it. And they try floating all the way in from Pac-Man, and 9 times out of 10 they get stunned out, or they panic and shoot and miss. The alternative, you've got all of this area here you can grab onto. So you maybe come down to Ghost, work your way in slowly, come across to Wall. And anyone who watched the Tyro tournament would have seen Knight do this a lot, and this is why he dominated, and why he could probably 1v4 most low-level teams, because he always uses anchoring. He's really good at juking as well, but you very rarely see him floating in space. If he wants to work into the goal, even from station, he'll come wide, he'll use the wall, he'll draw players in, move around them, dance around them, and get to the goal. You'll never see him float to the goal.
So, let me see that. So, like, I'll show you what I would do. So, if I'm trying to get the goal, I'm not going to float. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to pop over, pop back. I'm going to go here. I'm going to flip upside down. I'm moving. I'm slapping around. I'm coming on the wall. So because look, I can move, I can move. Then I can come here, wing, come back.
Spot on. So the drill we're going to do to practice this. It's a little drill we actually do with my team a lot anyway to improve our passing. It's just a little bit of keep disc. We're going to stay in this half. We're going to do orange team against blue team, and just really focus on getting yourself anchored. So if you've got the disc, anchor, maybe try and wait for your teammates to find a space. If everyone's being marked, maybe try and draw in one of those defenders. If DCB's watching me and say he's marking one of my teammates on Ghost, I might even try and draw him in a bit. So if he comes tackle me now, DCB, I can work around him, find that space, and then get my pass away. I'm not trying to encourage juking as in just hogging the disc and dancing around players, because that's not really good. You don't want to see players doing that, because it aggravates your team, it winds them up, it's a bit selfish, and if you lose the disc, you look like a right dick.
And people don't like you if you do it a lot.
Exactly. So this is kind of what I would call like tasteful and productive juking. You're not really dancing around them, you're just drawing them out of position so you can find that little alley of space to make your pass and get the numbers advantage. You're not dancing around them and trying to humiliate them. So it's just tasteful, minimalistic. That's the key. Anything else you wanted to add there, Burnzy?
Nope.
Cool. Obsidian, how you doing, dude?
Yo, my Wi-Fi cut out in my house.
That's alright. You joined us at a good time, because now we've got even teams. So we're doing a bit of keep disc 4v4 in this half, focused on when you've got the disc, you're staying anchored. Me and Burnzy will just observe, really, and we'll coach you if we feel you're not quite following it. But
you have to hold on to. You have to anchor while you're holding the disc, or can you like move around?
So you can do this. So you have the disc, right?
Okay, but you have to.
But no, this is no. This is no.
I gotcha.
No.
That's a no-no.
Right then. I'll grab the disc. I'll grab the disc. Okay, Burnzy will grab the disc. He'll launch it. Whoever grabs the disc first, your team starts with the disc. So, pressure is on.
Let's go. Spread out.
Wait, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't.
Oh, sorry.
Go.
Start red.
Okay, get yourself anchored. That's so nice.
Oh,
Right, Barry.
Stun.
sorry, Burnzy.
Is stunning allowed?
Good call. Yeah, stunning's loud. Yes.
Cloud.
That's not a shoulder.
Oh, why did I not move?
So get yourself anchored. That's good.
I'm at diamonds.
I'm your man.
No.
Right back there. I'm on hell.
Oh, you're not here.
Love you. To you.
Oh, I'm just watching. I'll sit back on popcorn out of the way. That's my fault.
Right, I'm down trench. Right, blue.
That's why you held on a little too long there, Barry. Trying to juke around him.
Down here?
Notice how you
Trying to get something.
Nobody moves.
I'm sorry, Sue. I thought you lost it. Sorry.
You're good.
Fragment.
Pause.
Did you see what happened?
Time out.
Did anybody see what?
No.
No,
So
we were having fun.
he gets the disc right around here as he's moving. There's a guy right there. What you should be doing, blue team, is saying where you are in red. So like red,
Yeah.
right boot. So now what he can do is he can quickly get rid of that.
Okay.
Quickly move that. Because by the time he got here, he
Wait,
was
who's
stunned out
he?
and lost the disc. I don't know who.
The one who has the disc in
Someone
that
had the disc.
situation.
Oh, okay.
But you
That's,
know, if you make that pass to somebody that's floating, that's a risky
Put
run.
me on blast.
So, like, if you get the disc here, you have to be looking for a pass, because you have to also be calling out that
Somebody's
someone's
gonna
right behind him. Okay,
Right then. Resume.
No, yeah. Got me.
Oh, right.
You
Barry.
do the rest.
Cloud, Becca.
Right, Pac-Man Wrecker.
Oh, sorry.
You on me?
That was a good effort there, Becca. I saw what you're trying to do. I think you maybe hesitated
I'm
a
on
second.
you.
Sensation. Trap.
Never mind, I'm out.
Okay, I'm on Pac-Man.
Blantos.
I'm on you.
Oh, they're on me. Never mind. Covered. Who is this?
Missed the disc.
Floor.
Oh, right, sorry. Barry. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry.
I wasn't anchored there.
Oh,
Oh, if you got it, I'm on both.
Nuggets.
I'm on shield.
Right. Red, no lentils.
Nice.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm still on bow ties.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
No, yeah, mine.
Nuggets.
I got it. Bow tie, Nolan.
Okay, passing. Good.
Right, Ghost.
Oh my god.
Great take.
Nice. That's
He
it.
makes the goal.
Well done.
Hell?
Very nice,
No
blue
hit.
team. Very nice.
Okay.
Who's on me? Oh,
Mine.
sorry, Barry.
Almost got it.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Left nugget.
Oh, that's not good. Sorry.
Barry,
Again.
Barry,
I
moon.
calls. Where to?
I throw my move.
Bottom floor.
Trap.
Okay.
Going on station.
I'm on six cloud.
Station right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sense was
Sorry,
got
that was the wrong
throwing a little bit there.
I'm on six.
Right, Barry, I'm going over to.
I'm on route.
Red, Barry.
Nice call.
We'll do maybe 1 or 2 more minutes of this, and then we'll
Okay.
go on to the last
Go, Natasha. I'm on diamond.
Blantos, you got it.
You're gonna be red.
On both sides.
Okay, Cloud.
I got it.
Okay.
Who's open?
no.
Who's open?
Right, Pac-Man.
Me.
Red, right, Pac-Man.
floating there, Barry.
Left pack. Bow tie. Nope.
Heaven.
No. Negative. I'm full of.
Burnzy up there, and I was like, oh.
You got it.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Right pack.
Okay, bow tie.
Hook it.
Yeah. Nest.
Nice. Bow tie. No. Boot.
Station.
Boot.
Nest.
Boot.
So nice.
Oh, sorry. No problem.
You with me?
I'm on it.
Cloud.
Next pass is the
Becky, you're
last
green.
pass.
Becky, you're green.
Pillar.
You get a good one.
You're still green, Pillar.
Oh, no, I can't be floating.
Mine. Where are you?
Pressure.
Too much.
There we go. That's it. That's the game. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay.
The disc there, Ops. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Sir.
Nice one.
That was a lot.
Well done.
Very good. I hope you all recognise something there. I mean, if you take away the missed passes, which there were a few, but that's something you guys can work on, it's fine. If you take away the missed passes, nearly every other turnover was when someone was floating on the disc, and they don't even have to be floating for very long. A couple of people got tackled, even like say between here and heaven up here, or moon or star, whatever the North American equivalent is. Just floating from that block to block, that's enough for those defenders to dive in and just maul them. And that's what happened, I think, other than the missed passes, that was every other turnover. Or the other thing that happened maybe once or twice was you got on the disc, you saw a pass, but people are on you, you kind of froze up, and you took an extra half second longer than you maybe should have, just because you froze up a little bit. Anything you wanted to add to that, Burnzy?
One thing I did notice that happened quite a bit is when reading the disc, read to where it's going to go. So watch where it's going to bounce, and read where it will bounce. So if I throw it like over here, right? I'm reading where it's going to bounce. I'm not going to where it was. I'm going to where it will be. It's a big thing. So a good way to practice that is hit the disc and go, and then chase it. Go follow the bounce. See how the disc bounces and how you can properly chase that. You know, so if like I see it going up there, I know it's going to come over in this direction. It may have missed, but I'm still in the same area. You know?
That's it. And that leads nicely onto our last drill, because that's a key part of this next drill, is reading those bounces. Anyone who watched the last EU Tyro match would have noticed that it was very much a dump and chase game. Anyone that doesn't know what that means, is every time we won the disc, we were clearing and racing them in the stacks. This is really common in lower level gameplay. You'll see this in like bronze, silver, low gold. After that, it doesn't really work that well. Burnzy, yes? You're desperate to hop in?
Yes. So, yes and no to what he says. Because there's a master team. I know this is master, like, no, yeah, whatever, but that's how they play. They will clear down, and they are so fast they can chain down and beat everybody there and get it in score. A lot of teams will do a clear and boost, because, like, let's say somebody go way back there, right? Yeah, you two stay over there. Stay right there, don't move. You guys get backwards, stay right there, okay? I just get a turnover. You guys are stacked together. What you're going to do is say clear or stack. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear it. And then you guys are stacked and you can chase that disc. That works a lot, but doing it all the time, I wouldn't suggest it, but doing it from time to time really works. And a lot of top teams do that because their regrabbing is so fast. And, you know, they're pros, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in our last game, that's very much how the team we played, that's their entire game, and we kind of got drawn into their game, which I think why we lost in the end, because we tried to beat them at their own game instead of passing around them, but we kind of got drawn in a little bit. But it's still something that I think everyone should have in their locker, especially when you're playing against teams who haven't got these lightning quick stacks. It can be really effective. So the next drill, we're going to split everyone into pairs, and it's going to be a clear and chase drill. So what we're going to be doing is we'll have, try and work out easy, but if everyone on orange team starts on this bow tie, and everyone on blue team goes to the other bow tie. So that's it. So pair up and have, so if everyone pairs up with someone to regrab. Oh, before we start, is everyone here happy with regrabbing? I think most people are.
We're getting there.
May not be perfect, but it's what we're trying to focus on, is just getting a bit of speed. So what we're going to do I'll start maybe.
Be good.
You're fine.
Here. Now, what I want to see the partners doing is re-grabbing to the disc. Again, you would have seen in our match, I don't think we actually caught the disc with a regrab once because we're not very good with our regrab control. We would either overshoot or we'd get near the disc, then stop and try and chase it with a geo. We're a bit slow. So do your best to regrab straight to the disc. And this is where what Burnzy said earlier is really important. Try to go to where the disc is going, not to where it's. So I'm going to we'll add some speed. I think Burnzy, if you wait on the other side and once they've retrieved the disc, they can pass the disc to you and you can clear it. And one of the partnerships here can go. So once you're going to grab the disc, re-grab to it, get it as fast as you can, pass it to the coach on the side, and then join the queue on the bow tie of the area you've just gone to. So
who's going
for example,
first?
if we start with Barry and City, because you're closest to me, I'm going to clear it. I want you guys to chase it down, and then pass it to Burnzy.
Okay.
And when you're ready,
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it predictable.
Nice.
They made it. They made it.
One
Pass
thing
to
that
Burnzy.
you guys can also do is call out who's getting the disc. So you go, I got it. That person who's not getting it, go across from them. Like the disc is over there, go over there. Because they get that cross pass.
Okay.
What do you mean by go across?
So
when you're re-grabbing to the disc,
split.
The other person splits out.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Oh, okay, so at that moment.
Yours and split.
Let's say Becca and I are re-grabbing, right?
Sorry?
Hey, I got it.
Or you got something
I'm
very
over
good to
here.
the.
Oh, don't worry about it.
That's why we're here.
But we got it. You got it.
Super rusty.
Now,
Trying to
I can
learn.
move in,
Exactly.
and I
To
can
be
take cut in,
smart.
right? Or I can take shot, and then
I think I'm seeing things flashing across my eyes.
Yeah, he's using like a stripper pole.
It's Mr. Benson.
Thanks for putting that kind of a spin on it.
You choose who goes. If you go, it'll make it easier for you guys if you can kind of queue up. So the people at the front of the bow tie is going next, and then you get people join the back of the queue, so we know whose turn it
Or
is.
the middle.
Middle. Go Nolan and DCB.
Hard.
I missed you.
Horrible bounce.
Yeah.
Hard luck. There we go. So again, what happened there
I'm
is
on
you were
you.
chasing, you were slightly behind the disc, so you guys come back to this
Okay.
one.
I always keep my hand
Nolan
in.
and
Back to the
DCB.
other bow tie.
Go to that one.
Other bow tie.
Get back.
Queue up on this one.
Go.
Yeah,
Okay. Go.
So again, what happened there, you were chasing where the disc is, not where it's going. So you ended up kind of way behind the disc and then having to chase it. So again, just try and have a look at where you think it's going to be and get in front of it.
Don't pull out. Don't pull off.
Right,
of me. We'll try and
Becca,
just redirect till we
Balantos,
get to a geo
ready?
route, 'cause it's easier to push off of a geo if you're booking it.
I'm ready when you are.
Ooh,
Okay.
Oh, it's not.
Gonna go left.
Okay, you got it?
Great take,
Hey.
great take. Nice one.
Do we pass it or do we just pick?
Give it to Burnzy.
Give it to Burnzy.
Oh.
What a pass.
I tried giving it to Kit. I was giving it to. What a pass! Wrong
Guys ready?
person.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're ready.
My thumb will.
I missed it.
didn't see it.
Great take. Nice. Nice.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
To me? I'm up on cloud here, opposite cloud.
Do you want to launch off or
Oh,
will I?
you got that throw?
Opposite
Oh,
cloud?
yeah, good idea. Let's switch.
Nice one. DCB and Nolan.
Let's get that.
Awkward one. Awkward one.
Come. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
He just said okay.
The reason we're not making this easy because it's very rare you'll get a really good, clean clear
you
to
ready?
chase after. It's better if you practice
ready,
all
Barry?
messed up
You want
ones
me
because
to
then you're ready for
mess up?
anything.
I got you. I can mess up this clear.
Oh no. Okay, good.
You put thoughts in his head.
That's what we
That's
had.
pretty clean. That's pretty
Going
clean.
in.
What the hell? I can't mess up a clear.
You almost got it.
In a game, though, I can
First
do it
one.
without question.
Again, a bit
You
behind
know,
you there,
Burnzy,
guys.
if he throws it
Hard
from the
luck.
right,
Good
shouldn't he
effort
be on the
there.
left?
On opposite cloud.
Oh god.
Nice.
Becca. Shouldn't we be on the left if he throws it from the right?
And Natasha.
I'm just thinking it's going to end up on the left.
Really bad bit, that's all.
I'm trying to
Great
preempt him.
He's
Let me get out.
We're
I'll try not to mess up that this time.
just gonna stay in the middle. We're gonna stay in the middle.
Here, I'll start. Here we go.
But we're next. We're not. It's their turn.
This is us now.
No, it's their
I
turn.
didn't throw it into your half properly.
I think it's me.
No, it's you. It's you because it's gone that way. Yeah, it's you.
Oh, that's a
Still on you?
Turn on
Still
my
on you?
heater.
Okay.
That's it.
It's cold.
You got it?
Got it?
Cold in my house.
Good,
It's
good.
Got
raining.
it?
There we go.
You have
Cold in my house.
To me, Becca.
Oh,
Also, my parents
Wow,
are like
the one
against
time I
using
passed
any
it.
sort of
Something,
heater or air
something you guys did really well there is you know
Always
you
that.
recognise that you had a
We
sharp
keep it
turn coming
calm.
up,
We
so
keep
you
it
anchored up
65.
as a pair, then
I
re-grab
like
again. That's
70
really,
on it.
really good.
I'm a
Good to
cold-blooded
see.
person.
Just out of
Too
curiosity,
hot.
which one of us
I'm
anchored?
cold-blooded. I need my heat.
Me
I
on
can't
you.
remember who anchored now.
I go into
One
One of you
Okay.
anchored, the other one stayed
Okay.
on you, and then you could re-grab again, so really good.
Okay.
Oh, that was
hibernation in the cold.
Barry and Sue.
I grew up in the cold.
I
I just
anchored
like
you.
it cold
You
in the
anchored,
house
I
too.
was on you.
Okay, good.
At least
I did something right then.
Alright, you haven't messed up.
Where's Burnzy?
I have to enjoy small
Get to the back.
You back here.
Good.
Don't cheat.
Oh, what's he doing?
Piece of line. What is it? What is it?
Wait, hold on.
Don't fool with me. What is it?
Uh-oh, I know what he's doing.
Oh, let's get it. I can see it. What is it?
Please don't
Down there.
watch
Go,
us.
go. Got
I
it.
want to see
Nice.
that. I want to
Turn
catch
Do
station.
that again. Oh my
That was
god.
like, how fast was that? Was it like 25?
Don't do that.
Are you on me?
Are we good?
Okay.
Balantos and Becca.
Oh god, here we go.
What did you do? I don't even know what you
Who's
did.
recording?
Honey?
Wait, who's
Couldn't
recording?
see it.
I didn't see
Oh,
anything.
lost you.
When
Becca
in this kind of lag, will we see the same lag, or any one of us is seeing a different thing?
Yeah, please don't.
I don't know.
Please don't get me banned. That would not be good.
Do it again.
Yeah, I see you noticed the glow,
You got it.
wasn't it?
Oh, nice, you beat me to it. There you go.
Can't punch them, Barry.
Burnzy, you're good. You're good.
Nolan and
Sorry, I was
DCB.
distracted by the crazy pass.
Go. Miss me?
Is that not allowed?
Yeah, that was
He did.
Well, so every pair does one more. And then we are at the hour mark. It kind of depends what everyone else wants to do. And Burnzy, if you're free for another 10 minutes, I think maybe we could do one match where.
I have a lot of time.
Cool. If everyone wants to, we could do a match
So
where me
let's
and Burnzy
do
will be
two
goalie,
match.
and the rest of you basically play as strikers, and we can just kind of do a 5v5. It's not just
Oh,
a closely
5v5
simulated
is a
match.
nightmare.
It'll be
I'm
messy.
too old for
But you can all
5v5.
practice your no-look shooting, your cut passes.
Mr.
Yeah.
Burns.
We go easy. Play one-handed or something, or only use your head.
No, I'm practically.
He's gonna do it again, is he? Oh god.
Oh my!
Where'd it go?
What is it?
Alright,
Over there, over there.
Go for
Yeah.
it. Go for it.
see you
Oh,
later.
down, they
Down,
let
down.
each other go.
It's over there.
Don't worry about it.
Stop listening to me, Burnzy.
Ian and Natasha.
Stop listening to me. Pay attention.
I went right into your mouth. It didn't me.
Hey, so I couldn't
You're
see your
lagging a little.
You got it.
5 years a second or something.
Yeah, over there.
Be it shield. You got it.
Oh shit.
Is it it's your guys' turn next, right?
Yeah, go.
Or ours? Ours?
Go,
Go, go.
Oh.
Go, go,
You got it.
go, go.
City clear.
Good take.
Doesn't matter.
I didn't get it.
Same Pac-Man.
There's no promises that in this game I may leave goal.
I got it.
It's also a lot cheaper to keep it at 65 because I'm in Wyoming.
Sorry, Valanto.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
The shot going in.
Barry, on me.
It's a
Oh, no, those are clear. Those are clear.
What was it? The clear?
You handed it to me.
I don't know.
Start
what
again. Sue and Barry. I'll have it back because there he goes, intercepted the clear. Sue and Barry, when you're ready.
I was going for it too.
Where is it?
Oh, that was their clear.
Down.
Because I didn't know it was a play.
Sounds right.
regrabbing a lot quicker though because we only got one pull through. Not really But I did it right. worth for that regrabber. It was a nice interception.
Burnzy's listening to you.
I'm listening. I can hear you over there.
Go.
You can hear everything.
Go. Yeah, nice.
Oh, no.
I'm on you.
Turn it down. Turn it down.
Oh.
Misread that.
Well, I always start, so that's how I
Oh,
say
missed it
hello.
again! There we go. Right. Clear it, DCB. Clear it. Go. This will be the last one you can clear.
For who? For
Oh,
Volantos?
wait for us?
Becca and Volantos.
Oh.
Launch it.
Okay, here we go.
Got me?
It's the wrong
Got
one.
it? Nope.
You got it. Nice.
Oh, how'd you
I
do
used
that?
my left.
So,
Who do I
we'll do
practice?
we'll do one game. We'll do a 10-minute game. We'll do a closed comm so you can communicate with your team and not give away information to the other team. Me and Burnzy will play in goal, but we're not going to play flat out. I mean, I might. You wouldn't know that I'm playing flat out. I'm a terrible player.
Do I sometime do my thing?
Go for it. All right, yeah, cool. I'll do a little bit the same, but you won't know I'm doing my thing.
It's like, yes, I'm gonna dunk on these children.
So we'll do
I don't know
one
what that
game.
means, but if he's on the other team, that does not bode well for us.
Your left hand is
Oh, yeah, he's on my team. I should be
constantly,
excited.
glowing.
Huh?
Your left.
Alright, let's go
Usually,
across.
it's glowing.
Or
you know
not.
that? or it's just me, I can
No
see it.
worries on you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just trying to get him on.
There we go.
Alright then, so everybody focus on your cut passes, your clearing, and then re-grabbing to the disc, and your
Alright, blue team, we're gonna win
passing,
this.
staying anchored. This is the time to put it to practice. Can one of the blue players go and hit the ready up button? Thanks, dude.
I've got you. Or am I on it?
Oh no, dude, I want to get that pull. Dude, I want to get that launch so bad.
Guys, whatever you do, if you see me open for a half court, you better.
Okay. That's your thing?
Alright. You want
Don't come with
resets? Can we give you resets?
Yeah, let's go fight. You and me.
I'm on you.
And him. Go, 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 go.
Oh, I missed it.
Nice
Go, 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 go. Ah! What is it? Bow tie. You need covered. Keep. Okay. Oh, I've lost it.
I got punched.
City.
Yo, DCP, look for me. Okay, sorry. Oh, never mind.
Bow tie.
I got
City.
punched.
Ness, if you need it.
Okay. Who's coming? Okay.
Oh,
Who's
shit.
coming?
Sorry, I picked the wrong side.
Right?
I'm on you. Me and you. Back.
You're going back. Nolan.
Haven't you?
You just got that.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, you missed.
Oh, I'm out. Pressing.
On you?
I'm on you. I'm on you. I'm on you.
Damn, I got
They broke
punched.
it. They broke it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm with you.
Good regrab. That was awesome.
That's it, blue team. That's my team. Let's go.
Oh shit. Okay, who wants to uppercut with me?
Uh,
Yeah, do it.
I'm staying behind. Should I
wait.
stay there? No.
Am I in the room too?
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, I missed him. Handstand.
Good.
Ooh, good.
Where are you?
Clear.
Just clear it.
Sack. Clearing.
I'm coming, DCB. Ah, too far. I'm gonna grab on.
Ready for you. Sorry. Go.
I'm on you. Oopsie. Oh, I lost you.
I'm on you. I'm on you.
Okay, go. Nice. It's out. Possession.
Cross.
Possession. Okay, shoulder. Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Hey, back 3 seconds.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Oh man.
Nice shot. No.
Alright, guys, I don't want to point anything out, but right when I came in there, I got missed. Alright, yeah.
Where did you come
Okay.
from?
I'm staying behind with Burnzy.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you get there. Okay. Bow tie.
They've thrown it already.
You got someone low right. Someone
Okay.
low right.
Yeah. Do that, Ren.
Got it? Okay.
Oh, you're red when you get it?
What am I doing? God.
Okay.
Okay,
You
I'm
can
below.
put it back if you want.
Nolan with the.
Put it back if you want. Oh, not again. Not twice. Okay. Who's recovering?
I'm on.
Who's recovering?
Yeah,
Okay, go.
go.
So sorry.
Okay. Bow tie. Bow tie.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Burnzy's not really playing as much as the rest.
I'm just kind of here.
Behind you, Burnzy.
Alright, double diamond on orange.
See you. Oh, they're coming. They're stacking.
Shoot it now. Shoot it.
Shoot it. Oh!
What a save. Yours, Opsy. Nice. I'm on you.
Somebody go nest.
Go,
Oh,
nest.
fuck, that was
Oh,
terrible.
no.
Sorry.
Did we lose it? Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
just
threw it away.
Double diamond if you want to raise
Okay.
it.
Ah.
I'm on you.
Let's get there. Go. Go. I was stuck. Okay, got it. Where are you guys?
You're green.
Here.
Reset goal. Reset goal.
Opsy.
Double diamond. Double diamond.
Go.
Oh, it's so hard. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
not quite. That's okay.
Easy. Okay. I'm on you. Nolan. Okay.
Oh, they missed the cross.
He's floating. Good.
Nice catch. Right here, double.
catch.
I'm sitting. Oh, too low.
Okay,
Sorry.
let's go.
Fucking missed it.
You got it.
I'm on you.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was looking for Nolan.
Okay, Burnzy, yours. Okay. Okay, easy. Left.
Oh, he's going for it. He wants to beam on him. Yeah.
Who was all alone?
It was
It was green.
Oh yeah.
Nobody told him.
Uppercut. 3.
I'll uppercut.
Alright, I have my fun.
Yeah.
I'm on.
I'm with you.
Oh, I missed you.
That's us. Go for it.
Got it.
Reset
Got it.
goal.
Left. Okay,
Right.
Watch out, berries at station.
Opsy.
Oh,
my bad.
My bad.
I got him.
Okay. Go home.
Bow tie.
Okay. Coming cloud.
They're both there.
I'm with you, Natasha. I'm with you. Friendly.
You're just
Get there.
Got it.
Where are you? Shoulder. Oh, my bad. Bypass.
I got it.
Oh, you got a leech.
You're red.
I'm on you. Okay, easy. Turn around. Let's get there. Go. Miss me.
I'm at bow tie if you need it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You're up on clock.
Bit late.
Two coming in. Bow tie.
Clock.
Oh, no.
Red.
Oh, you got me. Shield.
Coming to you. You got it.
I missed it.
Get out of the game.
Oh, no goalie.
Burnzy. That's up.
Me, Nolan. Here. Go. Okay. Easy. Let's get position.
I don't know.
I'm out.
I'm here.
Okay. Double diamond. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Bow tie.
Yo, I lost
Bow
my
tie.
fucking. Fucking goddamn it.
Yeah.
The grip just flew off of my controller.
Okay. Who's with me? Go.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm a diamond.
Bow tie if you need me. Okay.
I'm having fun.
They got that.
Okay.
Wrong way.
Where did it go?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, DCB. Oh no.
You ready?
Oh no. I couldn't see it. Okay. Burnzy. Okay.
Wait, don't they
No
have
one
a
behind you.
I'm behind you.
I'm on.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's going back.
Nest. Go.
Tasha?
Okay. Good out.
Red as soon as you get it.
Okay.
What is it?
That was Keidaaski.
I'm with you.
Get it.
Get that. Go, go, go.
Headbutt it.
Go, go, go.
Oh, she threw it to somebody who was not there.
I'm both there.
I'm at shield.
Okay. Nice.
Oh shoot! I thought my bad.
Got it.
Ooh, sorry.
Where is it?
I'm gonna go back.
Where is it? Okay. I'm on you. Nice. We did the same.
Slow to nice.
Okay. I'm on you. I'm on you. I'm on you. Oh, friendly, 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 friendly.
You got
No
it. You got
goalie.
it.
No goalie. No goalie.
Nice.
That wasn't even me. That was all you guys. You guys didn't even fight from goal.
Yeah, this is just practice.
I was
This
stunning
isn't like a normal
everyone.
game. This is just practice.
No.
No, this is all people that.
Even I think midweek madness is practice.
They should let me
This
try.
is.
You go long and
If I was allowed to try, that would be allowed.
play defensive with.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Mercy,
and I didn't know
sorry.
you were going lower. My bad. I didn't even hear you.
Burnzy.
Waiting.
Yeah. Let's get.
Good.
Sorry,
Oh,
I just,
good try.
yeah, it was bad.
Oh, what a clear.
Go that way.
Okay. Stay there. Go, 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 go.
Oh, what? I didn't know there was somebody behind me.
Sorry.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Keep going, keep going. I'll dribble with you.
Oh.
No, no.
I'm coming to you.
Go that
Try
way.
to grab
Yeah.
him.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah,
Get it? Get it?
Yeah,
Get it?
they're all down there. Watch out. They're coming.
Go.
Bow tie if you need it. Bow tie if you need it.
Reset it back. Reset it back.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
you got it.
Nice.
You got it. You got it. Get it in.
Well done.
Bro, you guys are a mad king. I'm sorry.
You see? Yeah,
For some reason, like you teleported. I'm sorry.
I think it is working right now.
Let's go.
You, the three of you go and attack, right? And I'll be
Let's game. Let's
back
game.
here. Yeah.
That's why I don't play
The
goalie.
ping shots. The ping shots though.
Well played, everybody.
Yeah, GG. That was fun.
So,
I was trying to stun
Can I
you.
try?
there we go.
Now I'm gonna take a nap.
That concludes our shooting training for today. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you,
A massive
Burnzy.
thank you to Burnzy as well.
Thank you.
Really
Cheers,
good.
Burnzy. Thank you.
Thanks, Keidaaski.
And
Thank you.
yeah, I hope I hope you can all take something from this. You can go away and train it and work on it yourselves, and hopefully, yeah, I'll see you all in the next few weeks as top strikers. So
That's too much to ask for me.
Top striker. Maybe like mid-level striker.
Play.
Bottom striker.
Nice to meet you, Burnzy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
yeah, thanks a million again, dude.
Good to
I mean,
see
we
you.
worked
mate,
together,
thanks.
but it
Anybody
was
want
so
to
fun.
No,
Anybody
no.
want
See you guys
I
later.
was listening to your laugh.
Yeah, I don't mind
Anybody want
staying.
what? That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get a game.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to stun you. I can't.
I like that. I like that.
Let's get a game going.
And that's
Yeah.
okay.
Right, so
You were stunning me.
no.
I was
Getting
also.
it.
She's got 17 cents. It was Becca.
So I got to get going anyway, but yeah.